Hey students, I'm just hopping on to give you instruction about the upcoming annotated bibliography that will be due for ahead of project number 2. It is going to be due November 1st. You will have until midnight to submit that. And as a reminder, project number 2 full complete draft due November 5th. And that will actually, you want to make sure, I would encourage you to have it done by November 5th, but you don't have to have that submitted until Sunday, November 7th at midnight. So just letting you know, giving you plenty of heads up. Quickly, let's review. What is an annotated bibliography? So a couple of sources that come up right if you click like approach to annotated bibliography on Google, because Google is our friend, is the Writing Center at WISC. I really like this resource. I also really love Purdue Online Writing Lab. We're going to use both today. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. Easy to find, right? So an annotated bibliography is an organized list just right here, and it's of sources, and each of which is followed by a brief note or annotation. So what you're doing is you're providing basically like a reference page, just like you would at the end of an essay in APA or in MLA format would be titled Works Cited. However, in addition to that, so all the formatting should be consistent and complete for your annotated bibliography. Your sources should already be placed into MLA or APA format. Then underneath that, you just write a short description of why. Why is this source beneficial to your research? Does it provide evidence to support your claim? Does it provide a counterclaim or a different position than you are putting forth? What is its value and how will it contribute to your project? That's what we need to know in the annotation, and that's a benefit for you. This is a way to organize your research so that you understand why you're using the sources that you are, and you make stronger connections as you develop your claim and base that claim on evidence and explain, right, through your reasoning. So annotated bibliographies are hugely helpful doing them in advance of any type of essay or any type of research-based work. So here are some helpful tips down below. They have a whole section on formatting. I just love how they lay this out. It's very accessible. And it also explains what you should put in terms of content in your annotations. Know that I am actually not expecting more than 3 sentences per annotation for this assignment. Okay, let's pop over to Purdue OWL really quick. And if you go to the writing lab on Purdue OWL, which I'm a huge fan of, I don't always love how it's organized, and sometimes it can be a bit confusing, but they do have annotated bibliography samples. And then they always have these embedded instructional videos, which are very helpful. So they have a breakdown here, and then they have samples here. So let's pop over to one of the samples. Okay, so this is a sample MLA annotation, okay? Now, this is a large annotation. This is 3 paragraphs. I'm asking you for 3 sentences, right? So it really just depends on how useful and how much you will use this source, because of course, the more useful it is, the more you may want to write about it. So might want to take a look at just this. Now, again, how are you building your sources, right? Towards this annotated bibliography. You're going into your portfolio work. I'm sorry, I'm just making this right now. You're going into your portfolio work. So if we just pop over to modules, this is an easy way to stay organized. And you'll see Unit 3. And the portfolio work we're doing for this week and this week and this week, obviously, this is working towards writing that final draft and finding your last minute sources. But these 2 weeks are really where you want to do the bulk of finding that portfolio work. Sorry, I didn't mean to click that. So what we're trying to do is you can use binders as binder articles as sources. You can use Common Lit as sources, and then you should expand, right? A couple of things you might want to consider as you're searching. If you are a Carl Sandburg student, you have access to a bigger online library, so you can dig into that. I like this site, ERIC, ERIC. And this is a general, just information about ERIC. But if you look here, you can find, information about homework outside of school. So just look, and you can suggest peer-reviewed only, which you should, because that makes it more credible, and then full text available on ERIC because you want it for free. So here we go, the impact of self-efficacy, perceptions. Here, parent and family involvement in education, beyond family and ethnic culture. So there's a lot that you'll kind of just want to dig through and see what works for your topic and your argument. But this is all free. Highly suggest that you use it. If you have any questions or concerns about this annotated bibliography, we have about, a week and a half until you would want to pull this together. Then, of course, we'll be talking about it in class, but you can come to me, you can schedule time with me, and I will help support you. Additionally, if you would like to know how many sources that you need, you can check the assignment in Canvas. I will have all of these details in Canvas in Module 3 for Unit 3, listed with all your assignments, all your assessments. But I'm going to suggest for this project, you have at least 4 to 5 sources. So not a huge source list, and it should be pretty manageable in the time frame that we have. Okay, so if you need anything, just let me know. I'm very excited about project number 2 and hearing what you come up with.